Yes, you can. Banish those voices that say you can't. The voices that say you are not good enough.
So again, this is, lovey-dovey. When she touches me, my anatomy falls into a thrill. My cells begin.
Procrastination was a death knell. Our love turned sour. This was downhill. Procrastinating was the catalyst, the fall of the castle that came.
Today we're just talking about how we know Tolu, what's brought us here, just a little bit about ourselves as well. So, would you like to go?
Oh, okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Shiwanele, and Tolu has been a friend, he's been a brother for the last, God knows what, how many, about 2 decades? Thereabout. What has brought me here today is just to come and support him as he launches one of his books. He's been a creative man ever since we met, and I'm looking forward to tonight and excited to be here as well. Thank you.
Hopefully we just have to start to kick things off because we're obviously running on time, but some people are running late, so they're going to meet us in between today's event. So to start off with, the event, I've been told that we have a poetry from everybody here. So it's going to read one of his poems for now. Right? And you can always read Tolu's one as well if you want to, but that is what we're having tonight to start off the evening. So welcome to the floor.
And I'd like to say thanks for the opportunity to speak here as well. So this isn't really a poem, it's just a thing I wrote. So you'll discover what I mean. So it's called Broken Things. Yeah. So I grew up breaking things. Later, my aunt would say I was heavy-handed and that I had to pray to be delivered from that spirit. I would be the one to finally snap the weak handle of a door, knock a glass jug with my elbow whilst washing, and wait for the smash with bated breath. From upstairs, I would hear the adult in charge of me. "What have you broken this time?" they'd say. And I began to think that when a thing wanted to be broken, it would await my touch. I broke things when I was happy too. In 2006, celebrating a Steven Gerrard goal for Liverpool in the FA Cup final, I picked my uncle up in celebration and dropped him onto the glass table of the living room, and it exploded. Once I broke a mug that nearly crippled me. Bacteria found the cut it made on my leg, and my right leg ballooned like an elephant. I developed cellulitis. Weeks later, the doctor would say the infection was very bad and didn't respond to the antibiotics. You could have lost your leg. And sometimes my ankle remembers that time and it shivers. And so I learned to move carefully, too carefully. I became a master of spatial awareness. I would drink my tea with reverent care, my eyes fixed upon my hands. So I stopped breaking things. Objects, glass tables, door handles, and then I began to break myself. My shoulders, my legs, my knees, my wrists, all broken. The weight of assumed responsibility, of self-expectation, the weight of my failures became things that would break my back and my mind. And foolishly, I broke a woman's heart. And in doing so, I shattered mine. I had forgotten that they'd become one. And so I'm a broken thing, literally. I crave the place I lay my head. I crave its loneliness, because there I exist in pieces, in peace, feigning composure to no one. Perhaps I'm late in the mornings because of the time it takes to glue together parts of a broken body, to paint a new smile on my face, and to pretend again I've been whole. But I have learned about the softness that comes after brokenness, a loosening of ligaments, a malleable heart, a body that has known what it is to be stretched. I have learned that heavy things fall harder. I have learned to be soft. And how do you break a soft thing? Thank you. Thank you, thanks. I think I just woke up one morning and wrote that. So. And so I'm going to read from Dead Dogs Don't Bark, and this piece by Tolu is called Camouflage. How dare you wear a camouflage in my fatherland? A cloth so revered, adorned by a select few, a badge for the battle ready. Many a times they are weary. How dare you wear a camouflage without a military badge? A hot slap to the face. You could be left rattled like a soldier who has just lost a battle. How dare you wear a camouflage if you are not brave-hearted, as the camouflage is not adorned by the faint. The outcome might be a rain of tears and pain, disgrace and shame. Thank you.
From Dead Dogs Don't Bark, and They Don't Bite, page 28, and the piece is called We Can Be the Sunshine.
What page?
28. We can be the sunshine. We all need some sunshine in a world of doom and gloom, flourishing like flowers that bloom. We can spread love, be gentle as a dove. We all need some sunshine through life's unending curve. At times life can be tough. In times of despair, we can be the light like the rainbows that appear. We all need some sunshine through the cold, lonely days. We can be the sun rays, a beacon of hope. Truly, this is dope. We can be the sunshine through our little acts of service It is expedient that we live a life of purpose. By giving the invaluable, we create memories memorable. We can be the sunshine by being kind to one another. In love we pamper, in deeds and words. Through those baby steps and little actions, we can change the world.
At the beginning, it had its own style of reading, so we that.
It's a great pleasure to have you here. Come here tonight to come support me. My name is Tolu A. Akinyemi, the roaring lion of Newcastle. I am a man, but I roll. I have unraveled my hidden gems. Now I am backing. By next year, when you see an human being who is meow, 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 just know I am the one. I write about dead things, metaphorical in nature, because when we are alive, that is when we can leave our imprint on the sands of time. That is when we can make a difference in our world. And the idea behind all my books is that while we are here, we should not just be part of the numbers that spend their years in slumber. We can make a difference in our world. Whatever gift and talent we have, we should let it out, leave our imprints on the sands of time, just do our own thing. And we have people in the house as well, authors, fellow authors as well, because the moment we are gone, our name lives on. And that's the idea. In wherever you find yourself, in your career, within your profession, just do your own thing, leave a legacy. We are all professionals. Just keep doing you. And you know, the world is our oyster. We can achieve, you know, the things that seem like impossible, we can always make it happen. I'll start with yes, you can. Yes, you can. Banish those voices that say you can't. The voices that say you are not good enough. Listen, son. Hear me out, young lady. You are a star whom no one can mar. You are unique, distinct, outstanding, embodiment of all brilliance. Go forth and conquer. Thank you. Before I delve further into Dead Dogs Don't Bark, everywhere I go for a reading, I like us to charge ourselves up together. We do a loud roar like a lion. I won't ask anybody to bark tonight. Because when I say let's roar, people are like, oh, people will roar, but when you say bark, nobody wants to bark. How can I bark? Nobody wants to bark, but I bark on my own though. Can I have a loud roar like a lion? Roar! Thank you for that. Dead lions don't roar. As tranquil like the still waters. Their legendary status, now history. A history soon to be forgotten. In the graveyard lay many unsung heroes. 6 feet under the ground, therein abide great potentials, depriving the world of the benefit of their ideas. We suffer not for lack of talent. Many a talent bestrode the earth, like buzzing bees besieging the honeycomb. The best of men have been laid to rest with ideas confined within. The talented musician with no song to his name was buried with his gift and talent in harmony. Use your gift while you can, as dead lions don't roar. The memories of them do fade away with the eras. Thank you. A couple of years back, I used to live in Manchester before fate and destiny took me to Newcastle. And I would say Newcastle has been good to me. And this next poem is titled Newcastle, page 10. Newcastle, the city of my rising star. That's how good Newcastle was to me. I came to Newcastle. I had no plans to buy a castle. I came to work. If it doesn't work out, I'll take a walk. It's been a beautiful story. Look at me, roaring. Newcastle, a city after my heart. Hear me out, I played my part. I have made great friends like David Rowe. I only do friends, I don't need a foe. I love my life as a writer. Look at me, I am a fighter. Dreams come true. I'll leave you with a clue. Headliner at the stanza. No pain, no gain. This is my mantra. I love Newcastle. I am planning to buy a castle. Newcastle, the city of my rising star. Truth be told, the future is bright. I will definitely go far. I am here to raise the bar. It's a marathon, not a dash. The writing community here is class. I doff my hat. You guys deserve top marks. Cheers to Newcastle, the city of my rising star. Thank you. So before I leave the stage for someone else to come do some readings, this next one that we're reading is from page 98 of Dead Dog Stone Bark, and it's titled Stop Knives on Lives. A friend of mine in Australia was like, Tolu, what are you doing to we talk about knife crime in London. Every day we have stabbings, killing one another. As authors, we need to lend our voice to this. It's not until it happens to someone we know it happens, so we just have to as writers, we are the conscience of the society as well. Whatever topic that we feel like can impact on people and affect them positively, we need to keep on lending our voice. This is titled Stop Knives on Lives. To my boys from the hood, let's drop the knives, the killings and stabbings. Listen, I'm not blabbing. You have the chance to write your own story. Enough of the maiming, counting scars, putting out another scandal, all for the trivia. Look yourself in the mirror. You are destined for greatness, not gangs, drugs, or the streets, families weeping, pain, hurt, and sorrow abound all around. Every day comes a sad tale about knives cutting short lives. Let's put a stop to crime in all its facade. Your future so bright like a soldier adorned on the parade. Let's do things right with your strength and might. Commit to be a positive light, a shining star, and all shades of amazing. Together we say no to crime, knives, stabbings, and slaughtering one another. Thank you very much. I'd like to call on Amaka next to come to our reading. Welcome, please.
Good evening, everyone. I'm reading from page 20 and 21. So, the first title of the poem I'm reading is You Are Beautiful. You are beautiful just the way you are. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Listen, darling, shut out those voices that seek to destroy your self-esteem, your self-worth, as you are beautiful just the way you are. Then the other one is Don't Bully. Be a bright shining light, like a solar powered bulb on full beam. Be a shoulder so big others can lean on in times of trouble. Through your words, be a sparkle, a gemstone and a lover. Face your personal demons. Don't tremble at the slightest challenge. When life serves you lemons, make lemonade so sweet. Your taste buds are aroused. Don't be a bully. And unheralded dim wit, it's all folly. The little clusters of mischief, the adventures, rooted in youthful exuberance, laced with ignorance, could hinder us from featuring in our own big circles.
Thank you very
Is it? Okay, I'll get them up.
Good to see you.
Yeah, just email it. That's what I was, yeah. Oh, yeah. I put it in. I didn't care my second time the other day. Well, I didn't do it my birthday. So I know this one. What do you call it? The American.
Which one?
Okay, so you can do procrastination.
Yeah.
Procrastination, page 40.
Let's have a look first.
Okay, good to see you.
I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do it for you. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh, can we get the badge instead?
You can get it as well.
Okay.
Take the badge and the.
And I'll take the mug.
Yeah,
Okay. Should I
yeah.
take it now or I'll take it later?
It's at the back, yeah.
Okay.
Good to see you. How you doing? Elliot.
Elliot,
Good to see you. How are you doing?
Thank you. All right.
Fantastic. Yeah, good.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Don't mind them. I'm
How much is this one?
999.
How about this one?
999.
It's the same.
Yeah. So if you get any 2 books, you get either a free mug or a free mouse pad.
Okay. So I get this one.
Okay, that's one. And this one?
Yeah. I think I have it.
Yeah.
Also, before we get a ship yeah, relax with this. I just but yes, so he's just doing some, book signing. They're $9.99 cash or card. But I think if you buy, you get
Cheers.
But yeah, feel free to go to the front and speak to
Yeah. Give me that. Just email. Yeah, look at your account. Here you have a Gmail.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So do you want to do everything as well from your profile?
Yeah, but mine is smaller than
So just read one point.
Okay,
We'll let you read one point from your book here, so that's fine. Alright, so we'll call you shortly.
No, feel free. Feel free to
Alpha, how you doing?
Hello, nice to meet you.
Okay.
Let's get everything we can get.
Okay.
Yeah.
So which one are we starting with though?
There's somebody that I still probably don't you.
Oh, okay. This was the part of the first one.
This is the second one. This is the first one. And this
Oh,
is
we
the
have this
one.
already now, you remember?
Deadline is
So this is the third one.
Yeah, this is the third one, yeah.
And this one?
This is they're the same, just different covers.
Oh, okay. So I get to pick my cover.
Yeah, you get
Amazing.
just the different cover.
How you doing now?
I'm fine, I'm fine.
Sorry we came late, we're trying to wait for people
It's
and all of that.
okay, well, fantastic.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll take this cover as well. So I could take another, so we just swap covers. You read half of yours, I read half of mine, we swap it. Oops.
Nash, Nash, yeah.
Yes, you can put that. He's giving me that nickname.
Dead dogs come back.
I'm actually so excited. This is amazing.
This is Nancy trying to call me. I thought to just come downstairs.
They just tell her, just walk downstairs. This is such a big accomplishment, like honestly.
Thank you very much.
I am so happy for you. Well done.
Thank you very much.
So you have to write all these stories in my own as well. You sign my own special signature.
I don't know if you get any two books together, a mug or a mouse pad.
Yeah, that's why we're getting one.
Yeah.
20 minutes every day.
Oh yeah, we composed no issues when we're in Accenture. I've got the video, I'll play for you.
No, this is amazing.
Really, really, okay, I know that feeling. This is my second because I got that one. Yeah. And then I even got that one in my house. So the author brought the book to my house.
Okay, don't rub it.
So now you don't get that. No, actually, it's on this one.
Sure?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, I'll just use your card anyway. Okay, oh, no be contact.
Oh, yeah, you can put it.
Do you sell your books online as well?
Yeah, it's online, yeah.
Yeah? Amazing. May I? Thank you. At least I can give to some people as well.
Thank you.
If I tell my brother,
I'm telling you.
tell my mom.
I think it's gone.
Okay, great. Not a receipt,
You can email me the receipt.
Okay, that's good.
Should I take out my card now?
Yeah, you can take care of
Wow.
So do you want the mouse pad or?
What do you want?
Can I?
Okay, all right. Cheers. Yeah.
I'm going to use it all.
A lot of people in my office today, they have it as well. So yeah. I'll just, I feel like,
And that's the third person from work.
oh, okay.
I've been invited, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you so
All
much.
right, thank you very much. We'll take pictures at the end there. So, yeah, that's fine.
You know, proof,
Nice one.
All right.
Nice one, Tolu.
All right, yeah. We'll catch up soon. Yeah, catch up on the app. All right. That would be great. That would be great. For those who spoken one.
When I was in Newcastle, like, you a bit away. Now that I just jumped, I've been in London for about 3 weeks now. I jumped on this girl, like, I'm good to be sure. And then this morning, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to start. Because you're walking everywhere, aren't you? Yeah. Forget walking. I don't even feel like I'm, because I get the bus, but then it's just a rush. London has that kind of like Newcastle, you're struggling. If you live in the bus,
You miss the bus, you
get a taxi.
Get a taxi. Yes, to work.
Okay.
We'll talk later.
Okay, carry on.
Okay. Would like everyone to introduce themselves again, or?
Yeah, you can get some processes. We can just get there. And then when you start with the beginning, it's from the back. Then over here, look.
Welcome. Now we're looking fuller in the room. Thank you all for coming. Just totally really appreciates you being here in his third book launch. But yeah, as a theme of the evening that we were doing, people that were here in the beginning obviously know about it. So the spotlight is now on the guys who have just come in. Dun dun dun. Yeah, so we're going to introduce ourselves, how we know Tolu and what's brought us here. Who wants to go first out of the newcomers? Lola, spotlight's on you.
Hi, my name is Lola. I know Tolu through Deborah, our host of tonight. I know Tolu through Deborah, and I actually did a couple of lines today.
Yeah, who's next?
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Ola Inka. I met Tolu at Accenture, and it's been a while ago, but we've been friends since then, very good friends. Actually, I would even say brothers. And we've been talking, advising each other on how to be, better people. It's like my younger brother, So it's been good.
Just to clarify one thing, who's older? Who's
And then another special thing is that we both released a song together.
Okay, Tolu, you're singing now, yeah?
So yeah, we did that back at Accenture. It was nice.
Okay, what song was this?
Tonight, don't worry, it's going to sing.
I need to know.
Yeah, thank you.
Who's next?
Hi, I'm Natasha. I work with Yinka over here, and he invited me here today.
Okay.
So I've managed to meet the author and get my first signed book, so I'm very happy.
Hey. Hello, Maddie.
Hi, everyone. I'm Nancy, and I don't know him. I just met him through Yinka as well. I work with him, and I like to see Africans doing great things, like with using books, and it's been up there. So yeah, congrats.
So do I have another book for bringing to?
Right, Tolu has dragged me into doing his PA spokesperson for tonight. So if you're getting anything for free, I'd like to get things for free too. Last but not least, Edwin, you'd like to introduce yourself, how you know Tolu, and what's brought you here today?
I'm Elliot Msindo. I'm Zimbabwean.
Oh, welcome.
I can't even remember how I met him.
Many people have this thing with Tolu. You just meet Tolu and just turn out to his event. Like, great.
We communicated via Twitter, and we met through Twitter, and we communicated. I'm an upcoming poet,
Nice.
So I've been learning from him.
It's really nice to know Tolu outside of work, because I've only known him at work, but he somehow managed to pull people from different parts of life, which is very, very inspiring. So thank you all for coming again. So the next thing on the agenda is to have some more open mic reading. So again, if you do want to read, do some reading from the book, please let me know and I'll let Tolu know, and then we can get the book numbers. But next person to come and read is my dear friend Lola, who is the creator and the graphic design behind the book cover of this particular, Dead Lions, Dead Dogs Don't Bark. She's actually an artist, an illustrator, interior design, and all the above. But yeah, welcome Lola to come and do her own book reading.
I'm just going to apologise in advance because I'm a little bit underprepared for this. Okay, so the poem that I'm going to be reading is from page 40. It's called Procrastination 2. Okay, let's start. Procrastination was a death knell. Our love turned sour, this was downhill. Procrastinating was the catalyst, the fall, of the castle that came crashing down. Procrastination ended it all, candles burning brightly with the world to conquer. Procrastinating was her gateway, her leeway, and her legacy. Procrastination was the end of us, my only remembrance of her.
All right. Once again, good evening, everyone. I'm reading The Young, Powerful, and Winning from Dead Dogs Don't Bark. Wow. Nice. I am young and mighty. I am powerful with ideas to rule my world. I am winning. Victories are assured with God on my side. I am young, talented, and gifted. I am powerful to call the invisible into reality. I am winning in the race of life. I am young, powerful, and winning. The essence of life lies in my youth. We hold the aces. The world is ours for the taking. Light your candle. Let it shine brightly. Be bold and courageous. Bold to face your fears. Courageous to conquer new grounds. As I am young, powerful, and winning. Thank you.
Hello everyone again. So I'm Ifi Chukwu and I'm reading from Dead Dogs Don't Bark and They Don't Bite by Tolu Akinyemi. Okay, and this is Woman on page 74. So Woman, page 74. Woman, truly human. Streams of emotions, rivers of love, flowing freely in the oceans of compassion. Woman, the grace to decipher with pinpoint accuracy like a radio receiver, a selfless giver. Take a deep breath and celebrate the wonderful woman that adds color to your world. And the next one is Community Stars on page 114. Community Stars on page 114. It's time to celebrate the stars. Not the stars in the sky, the community stars who have been outstanding, magical. Those little gestures, like Louise embarking on a charity bike ride, covering so many miles. John French, helping with interview techniques. It's all about equipping the young ones. This is an achievement worthy of celebration. Through the little acts of service, we aim to elevate others. In our community, those little acts are worthwhile. deserving of an applause, and this poem.
Should I go ahead? Okay. So page 1, Manchester says, man of Chester, timber and caliber. So beautiful and unique. And if you would permit me, I would like to read 74 again, please. I'm only doing that for my wife. Tolu knows as well. Nife, she's in Scotland too, she can't be here. Because that was so beautiful. And you know, we're having some issues at the moment, but that was so good because it was so touching. And I kind of now understand that women cannot appreciate them, but you can't truly, I don't think you can truly 100% understand them, but take them as yeah, because I saw the stream of emotions and I was like, okay, I see where that's come from now. You know, yeah, so I'm reading this for Nife, and Tolu, thank you for putting this as well. You know, so page 74, woman. Truly human streams of emotions, rivers of love, flowing freely in the oceans of compassion. Woman, the grace to decipher with pinpoint accuracy like a radio receiver, a selfless giver. Take a deep breath and celebrate the wonderful woman that adds color to your world.
Say her name one more time.
Nife me.
The big men, when they want to harass you, don't you know who I am? So the Chester was just to add the sauce to it, yeah. So, but it was, I thought about people in Nigeria that based on who their position and all that, they try to harass other people, and I fallen victim to that as well before. Yeah, especially addressed to a former governor. I hit his car and he was like, "Don't you know who I am? And I will get you arrested." And they truly got my car. So, you know, we have people like that. They got my car impounded. So we have people like that based on their position in society, they try and, you know, step on you. So there are people like that, man of Chester, timber and caliber, yeah. So.
Okay. Nice to know.
Thank you.
Right.
My name is Abimbola, for those who weren't here earlier. Since we're all, you know, in a romantic, loving mood, so I'll carry on that theme. So I'm going to read from Tolu's book again, Dead Dogs Don't Bark. And this one is called A Love Story Made in Liverpool. Oh, sorry, page 115. So I picked this one because I'm a Liverpool fan. And I've been hearing too much Manchester in this room. So, okay. 115. So it's a love story made in Liverpool. A story made with love. Many decades ago, this could not be foretold. Love is the language of the heart, difficult to understand by the neutrals. Love is the rendition of the soul, encapsulated by this coming together. Love is the symphony of our union, the silent harmonies that echoes through from the depth of our hearts. Love is the essence. Can I ask the author what inspired this one?
Yeah, so in my office we have a guy called Nate Clark.
I knew it.
Yeah. And his girlfriend later turned wife from Biba. Yeah, so that was the inspiration behind that. And so many decades ago, you know, especially as black people, we know our history. The coming together of a black girl and a white guy maybe centuries ago. These are the kind of things Martin Luther King fought for. You know, there were seasons ago, nobody would have imagined that. Yeah, so that was the inspiration behind that. Now we can see the light. We are all one, and there's no disparity. Either white, black, yellow, blue, whoever you are, we are all the same human beings, and you have to keep on talking about, having conversations about black. We are black people. We are talented. We are exceptional. We shouldn't let them. We shouldn't conform to stereotypes or prejudice. At times when you are talented, they want to suppress your voice. They don't want you to talk. They don't, you know. But the fact that you are black, you should also have the same opportunities. So And that's, just keep on. So that was a special day.
Thank you. This one is something I wrote. Again, continuing with the theme. Don't worry, I'll leave the stage soon and I hug the limelight. So again, this is, lovey-dovey. When she touches me, when she touches me, my anatomy falls into a thrill. My cells begin to dance. For it is as if she has taken my heart in her hands, and in the fleshy rub of her delicate fingers, my nerve endings erupt. Her mythical energy flows into my blood. I gyrate into oblivion. The light of her eyes is the aching passion that enraptures my soul. Her life is my hope. Her love is my life. She has set me ablaze, and I burn for her. Thank you. And finally, this one was kind of a throwback. So when I grew up in Nigeria, I remember some afternoons with my father, my brothers, we all sit and we have gari and fish, and we obviously buy the fish from the woman who fries it, at the top of the street. And so I had a kind of a dream that my father went fishing and brought him a fish that we ate. So that was the kind of inspiration behind this. So it's called The Fish My Father Caught. And I guess it's because Tolu has been talking today about, pushing the limit and, expanding your horizons and doing a lot more. But also sometimes I think we can get caught up in what everyone else is doing, and sometimes what where you need to be is where you already are. And so sometimes we're chasing things that we really shouldn't be. So that's the basis of this. The fish my father caught swam for a shiny new thing, consumed by the thought of what novelty would bring. It craved a liberty outside the vast sea, away from the water's promise, floating by but never seen. The fish my father caught did find freedom of a sort. Its discontent head left its body for good, served hot with salt and bread to my brothers and my kin. Now, if only the fish my father caught had known that inside the sea, it was already free. Thank you.
And it's on page 68, and it's called Every King Needs a Queen. Okay. 68. Every king needs a queen, warm and receptive. We all need that special fellow that can help us mellow. A charming glow like Evelyn's smile, as cool as the evening's breeze. Or says mum, or says was chum, Olabisi was my missing rib, now found. I would say the missing link. Look at me kinging from Hatfield to Woolwich to Manchester. Before we had a castle in Newcastle, she was a true believer. In the days of the little, no tongue brittle, no words to tear down. All we got was love, a shoulder to lean on, when all we had was hopes of a better tomorrow. That's amazing.
My name is Ibrahim, and I'm reading page 121, Life and Career. Your career is your life. How do I know? We spend the most part of our life at work, trying to make our life work. Even when it's tough, we don't take a walk. The little drops of effort are great building blocks. Career growth is not a matter of luck. but in the shift, and you will know. It's only a matter of time, and you will grow. A fat bank balance, and you will blow. Invest in your career and do some courses. Some change to spare, and buy some houses. A little more time, and you could be trading on the bus. You have been told life is not a bed of roses. Take your career seriously, and you will be glowing. Your career is your life. Don't joke with it. Thank you.
Yeah, my name is Biodun, and I'm Tolu's friend and his accountant. So, so you know why I'm here. so you know why I'm here. And he's asked me to read. So I'm reading from page 88, and it's called. The title of this is called "Black and Unique." I am black. I am unique. Unique with the exceptional levels of talents. Talents to contribute my quota to essential operations. I don't know about that. That's for you. Essential operations does not discriminate on the basis of race. Walk at your pace as long as the target is ace. I look around me. Every day I see black men and women work tirelessly. Long hours, we take the work as if it's ours. At times all we'll eat is flowers.
Which means I'm the odd one out. I'm reading from Dead Lions. Don't roar. Okay. I'm going to read from page 13, People on the Bus. I've chosen this poem because it has some Nigerian in it. So I hope I'm going to pronounce it correctly. Mark my Oyinbo friend once said, people on the bus smell. Mark has forgotten his past, that he was once riding on the bus. Mark is not in the wrong, as it were, in the early morning ride from Coast Road to the business park. People on the bus smell of expensive perfumes, a smelly miscellany of the world's most expensive fragrances. The evening ride a tad different. Mark might truly be right. Who am I to question Mark? The truth is, people everywhere smell. Who will help me to tell Mark? So I'm still waiting for someone to help me to tell Mark. Thank you.
Tonight, and I'll go with I'm first a Nigerian, because when you are doing great things in this country, they will say you are British. Nobody remembers. They will say originally from Nigeria. Even when I get like press coverage in local newspapers, they say Tolu Akinyemi originally from Nigeria. But I still have a Nigerian passport. I'm not even British, so why are you trying to say originally from Nigeria? So this is just to, when you are doing great, you are originally from Nigeria, but when they arrest, they say, oh, it's Nigerian, they don't even put originally again. Even though you are British, they don't care. They say his parents are they came to the UK, they will tell your history. I am first a Nigerian. What page, please? Oh, sorry, page 153. I am first a Nigerian, in creed and deed, through my bloodstreams. I am first a Nigerian, by birth and heritage. I am first a Nigerian. My survivor stories tells it all. I am first a Nigerian, now a global citizen, lending my voice, art, and talent to make the world a better place. Thank you. The next one I'll be reading is from page 19, and it's titled Stay True. Many times, even as an author of dead things, dead lions, dead dogs, dead cat, dead fish, dead chicken, and so on and so forth, till there are no more dead things to write about. So, you know, people say, Tolu, when will you stop writing about the dead? We are tired of all this your dead stuff. Do you have a contract with dead things? Say, no, that's my own calling. If you want to write about the living, you write your own book. So this is titled Stay True. And stay true is to encourage everyone that whatever path you have chosen, stay true to it. Many times they say, oh, you have to be this, you have to be that. A lot of voices in society, they try to talk you down, your dreams, your vision. So, but stay true is to inspire everyone that whatever path you have chosen, just stay on that lane. Don't be a financial crime analyst today, be a business analyst tomorrow. Don't have like 10 different CVs. You don't know what you want to do. You want to become a PMO, you want to become a project manager, the same you want to. So, but just stay on one lane, discover what your purpose is and stay on that lane. Stay true. Stay true to your convictions, to your beliefs, and your calling. Stay true to your vision, mission, and purpose. Stay true to yourself. You are at your best being who you are, not anyone's photocopy or imitation. Stay true to you. Thank you. Just 2 more poems and that will be that for me. Page 76. Crackers without cheese. And this was inspired by my team leader where I work currently. There was a guy, a Nigerian guy, eats crackers without cheese. And and the drama surrounding somebody eating drama without cheese is so much. Oh, you're eating cracker, where's the cheese? I'm wondering like, is it compulsory you have to eat it with cheese? So I got my creative juices flowing and I penned this down. Crackers without cheese. Eat crackers without cheese. Don't mention, please. We all have our loving. Don't try to tease me. Either way, with or without cheese, they all end up in our bowels, then the toilet, and the land of no return. So the idea is either you eat it with cheese, either you eat your fried rice with chicken or without chicken. It doesn't matter. Everything ends up in the toilet. So who cares? Who cares whether it's with cheese or without cheese? Yeah. Let's give a round of applause for the summary. Something that we end up in the toilet. At times, they serve us some food. We're like, I used to go to this food to go to the toilet. Jesus. This must not be. But unfortunately, they all end up in the toilet. And because of the professionals there, sorry, I will just do unfortunately. At times, we apply for jobs.
What page, please?
Oh, I need to quickly think. Okay, page 90.
90.
Yes, please. 90. So that will be the one then before the final one. So you apply for a job, a recruiter sends you a mail, unfortunately. But at times, when we even get that mail, we are dodging a bullet. At times we dodge a bullet. There are some places that you go and work. Within, let's say, 4 weeks, the project may crash. Yes. Or, you may lose the job. But at times when you see that mail, you feel like, oh, unfortunately, but this is to inspire us that when you see any mail from a recruiter telling you, unfortunately, you are the fortunate one because you are the one adding your own. We are so talented. If I see a mail, unfortunately, I feel like, oh, they don't deserve me. I deserve more than this. And that's the spirit, to encourage everyone that when you see a mail, unfortunately, oh, forget that. That's not your job.
Or you apply for a credit card.
That's another dimension. I will talk about that in Dead Cats Don't Meow. Unfortunately, the team line of every recruiter. Unfortunately, you have not been successful on this occasion. There is nothing unfortunate in the situation as far as I can say. Unfortunately for the company that lost out on my talent. Unfortunately, you will miss out on my brilliance and capabilities. To the recruiter masked behind the computer, sending out mails of woes, leaving heartache in their toe. Losing out on the job does not make Thank you. Oh. I'm sorry, guys. Some of you did not row before, so you just join me to row. Then I go to who am I? Can I have a loud roar like a lion in the room? Roar! I know we're all Tush people, but we'll be back. Please. Nobody wants to back, oh. That's the thing. So most of I find out I'm the only one backing. Dead dogs don't bark! Okay, guys, let's have a bark. Whoa, 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 whoa. A memory of while I was jogging this morning, some 2 dogs were trying to attack me. In Newcastle. I said, God, since I wrote this, dead dogs don't bark. The dogs have been chasing me up and down. This is titled Don't Stop Roaring. And this is for everyone that has a dream, that has a vision. Just keep doing you, keep being yourself. Page 16. Alive, ale and natty. No excuse to live as a recluse. Roar and don't stop roaring. Bark and don't stop barking. Unravel your hidden gems. Make great strides before you go to the great beyond. Don't be a one-season wonder. Be a pride to your family, community, and generation. Take your chances to avoid taking glances at missed opportunities. Roar, roar, and don't stop roaring. Thank you. And final one for me, please. Before you go, we'll take pictures, and it's gonna be on LinkedIn, put it on social media and everything. So just join in. Most of my pictures I put on LinkedIn, I get close to 6,000, 7,000 views. So it goes like far and wide and all over the world. We're global. No matter, it's too late now. There was supposed to be a Black History Month event in my office today, and they were like, we don't want Tolu to perform. Eventually, they came to me. I said, "Well, I'm in London. We're going global. We don't." Who am I? That's page 2, and that's the final one. I won't be this book. Whenever I pick it up, I'm always tempted. When I put on that page, I love this one, but this is the final one. Page 2. He has part 1 and part 2, like Nigerian movie. We Nigerians, we like part 1 and part 2. When I started Dead Lions Don't Roar 2, if men were God, part 1 and part 2. I'm so used to all this procrastination, part 1 in Dead Lions, procrastination on part 2 in Dead Dogs. So that if you watch part 2, you go and buy Dead Lions and read the part 1. Who am I? I am the best, not like the rest. I am first among my peers. I am royalty. I don't need your loyalty. I am a king. Feel free to call me Lord of the Rings. I face my fears. I don't do no tears. I am talented. I am gifted. I am the light of the world. I choose my words. I am blessed. Christ has cleaned my mess. I don't dwell on the past. I enjoy my life like I do music on full blast. Adversity is a process in life. With Christ, I get to live my life right. I am a role model. You ain't seen nothing yet as I'm still loading. The opinion of others doesn't define me. I soar on eagle's wings. I am good at what I do. I am beautiful. I appreciate my flaws. I don't in any way claim perfection. I am a child of the perfect one. I am who I say I am. I put my gifts to positive use. I plan to take a tour of the world like a ship on a cruise. I am free from the guilt of sin. Negative thoughts, all in the recycle bin. I am free indeed, in word and in deed. I am who I say I am. Thank you everyone for coming out tonight to support me from the bottom of the pot of my heart. I deeply appreciate you guys. For me, I just felt like I did the first one in Newcastle, I did Manchester, and I felt, let me do London. Most times in life, we are comfortable, in our comfort zones. We try, I just done Newcastle and just end it in Newcastle. But I would not have had the chance to be with you beautiful people tonight. So I just want to say thank you for taking the time to support me, for lending your voices and your time as well to help me grow. Hopefully someday I will blow and retire young, If I say I'm in the office now, I just retire. No more 95,
But still write books.
Yeah, we say I retire from that one.
Accountant.
You know what you have to job. I'm ready for the book, so there will still be more things, and there are no contractors. Don't make it redundant. There are no contractors yet tonight, so just, start giving out the stats. I know they seem like a young, trendy Nigerian, black, exceptional guy here. Let's support him, he's doing phenomenally well, not just he's a big boy accountant. Yeah, so let's support him, When black people are trying, you need to support each other. So I want to say thanks to everyone for coming out tonight. On the final note, before we come forward for pictures, can I have a loud roar like a lion? That's a trademark. So that when I die, say, oh, that guy, that guy is causing the roar, I'm back, and when chicken, we took kukuruku, so we'll get there. No fish, snake. People say I'm in the wrong career, that maybe I should be an MC, but I'm trying to retrace my steps now. So.
You get inspiration from there.
Yeah, so I'm a mad guy, I just can do everything. Yeah, I roll, I back, I do everything. I'm not normal, I know. I'm not normal. We cannot write 3 books. I even want to write more books. Yeah, my 4th book is halfway now, 4,344 words. So we are going to, 5th one is coming out to next week. So it's 2 in a year. So you guys will come for more. When you just in Poetry Society, you come for more. We'll get your numbers. So when they will come back again. They're showing me that the other friend will be there. So it's going to be great. So thanks guys. Let's come forward. Let's take pictures. We're going to blast it on social media.
Go acclaimed. Okay. Yeah, guys, let's take a picture. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Let's take.
For now, it's a very good experience for me. So I just want to take that.
Ready, steady, action.
Damn.
Just one more.
The one with a roll. Can we all
get my book? He's on grab me a book too.
Can we have a loud roar like a lion? Thank you guys. Thanks a lot. Thank you everyone.
I just am really shy. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just too shy with this kind of stuff.
Oh, don't worry.
Are you gonna? Okay.
So how was it working with Tolu on this book cover?
It was really good actually because I'd read a few snippets of the poems. I read a few and I was able to get a vibe of where he was coming from. It's right up my street as well. It's a lot of it's inspirational, motivational. So I got my own visions coming through with the book and with guidance from Tolu. Tolu was really lovely to work with.
to be honest. Yeah. Excellent. Well, thank you for coming to the book launch, and hopefully we'll see you for the next one. Hiya, we're at Tolu's book launch in London for Dead Dogs Don't Bark. I've got a little mister here who's going to tell you about his experience of tonight and what it's all about and how he found about Tolu's book launch. Would you like to take the mic and let us know more about yourself?
Hi, my name is Abimbola, and it was a real pleasure to be here with Tolu and his friends. I mean, it was obviously great to have been part of his book launch and being part of that support for him. But also, I felt like there was so much richness, you know, in his work, or laced with levity, because we were laughing a lot of the time. But if you look underneath and if you unwrap the words, there's a lot of richness and deepness and meaning that can inspire. So I certainly would recommend, you know, that you get the book. I've gotten mine and I'll be, you know, diving into them tonight. So it was a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. You also read some of your
yeah, I did, yeah.
products as well. So would you like to tell us about that as well and where we can find you?
Okay, sure, thank you. Well, currently you can find me on Instagram.
Just Instagram?
A Right to Love is the handle, or Mr. Alaba, which is my name. So Mr. in full. And yeah, I was just inspired by some personal experiences. I mean, a lot of it is kind of romance, but there are other things too. So.
You've got some ladies. But yeah, it was lovely.
Thank you.
Lovely
Thanks very much.
having you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. Thank you.
And that's it. Thank you. Hi everyone. We're here at Tolu's book launch for Dead Dogs Don't Bark, and I've got a lovely gentleman here who did a reading for his wifey today. So I was going to ask him about what led him to read the book today and his experience so far about today's book launch.
Right. Thank you. Thank you very much. I will answer that. Right. So.
We're at Tolu's book launch for Dead Dogs Don't Bark. Hi, we are here at the London book launch for Dead Dogs Don't Bark, and I've got the lovely lady here who did a reading. So I'd like to introduce yourself and tell us about your experience of tonight and how you felt about this whole book launch.
So I'm Nancy, and I was brought here by a friend. I didn't know what to expect. All he said was that my friend is in a book launch, come with me. Came down, and the readings were amazing, the poems were amazing, and I'm really inspired that, you know, one of my brothers, you know, as per Nigerian, is doing really good things. You know, the words, very, very touching, very relatable as well. So yeah, it's been really good.
Oh, it was nice, lovely seeing you here tonight, and I hope you enjoy reading the rest of the poetry, because you did one reading today.
Yes, I did.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Hiya, we're here with the author of Dead Dogs Don't Bark, Tolu Akinyemi, and just give us an idea of what tonight's been for you, the highlights. And hiya, we're here at the book launch, London book launch for Dead Dogs Don't Bark. I'm here with the author, Tolu Akinyemi. Would you like to give us an idea of how tonight's been, the highlights, and what we expect from you in the next few months?
Tonight has been so amazing. We all roared like lions. We barked. Our hidden gems have been unraveled. Oh, tonight has been really great. I want to say thank you to everyone who's come out here tonight to support me. London is an unfamiliar territory, but my life is all about trying out, testing new waters, trying out new things, and tonight has been an absolute success. I want to say thank you to friends, like family, brothers, and colleagues, amazing colleagues that have come here tonight to support me. And I'm so happy indeed that this event actually took place, and what the future holds here. Dead Cats Don't Meow, it's in progress, just about a quarter of the way through it, and my children's story book as well. Both the two books will be launched next year, so it's going to be, it's looking, the future is really looking bright. And yeah, so hopefully I will be meowing very soon. Yeah, so there are some of the things coming up.
Well, thank you for inviting us. It's been an amazing event tonight, and I hope to see more from you in the next few months ahead.
Thank you, Deborah, for coming to support me tonight. Yeah. We all roar. Wow. So thanks guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks guys.